My afro's proud, but Harmattan heat is bold. My head cries out, shield me from this heat. A visor cap, my trusty friend indeed. For this tutorial, I'm going to be using this green material. We need our chalk. Unfortunately, I do not have a color gum that I would use to make the base of our visor cap hard. So I'm going to be using my cloth gum, but it's a hard type. I'm going to use a tape, scissors as well. Starting from the end of the material, I'm going to mark 3 inches up and I'm going to add 1 inch for allowance. Next, for our breadth, I'm going to mark 3 inches and I'm going to mark another 3 inches, so making our breadth of our visor cap 6 inches in total. The marking for the first 3 inches is where the curve is going to begin, and we're just going to go up by 1 inch. At the marking of the breadth of our visor cap, that's the 6 inches, we're going to go up by 5 inches. That's where I've decided where my curve should meet. Next, we're going to join all the points together. If you have a French curve, make use of it. Next, we're going to connect the full length to the end of the curve. Next, we cut. So this is what the base of your visor cap should look like. Next, we're going to the headband. I have my material unfold. The full length of what I'm measuring is 19 inches. So unfold, that's 9.5 inches. The height of this band is 4 inches. So this is what your material should look like. Next, we're going to cut out the casing for our elastic. For the casing of the elastic, the full breadth is 11 inches, but on folder is 5.5 inches, while the length is 3.5 inches. 0.5 inches being for sewing allowance. Now everything needed for our sewing has been cut out. It's time to gum our first cut out with our cloth gum, but if you have a color gum, please use it. So on the base of our visor cap, I cut out a second material and I put cloth gum on both sides. So we're just going to go to the sewing machine and we're going to join them together on the curve. Unfortunately, I lost the clip where I turned it over, but I just put the two fronts together and I sewed on it and turned it over. So now they're on opposite sides. So now I'm going to make a notch in the middle for where I'm going to put my band. And I'm going to also make a notch on the middle of my band as well to give me a direction of where the middle is and where my sewing should go. So this is what the sewing should look like. I have just sewed one side. Next, I'm going to fold it over, also with a middle notch to guide me, and I'm just going to take in at least ½ inch in and fold it and cover it. Please make sure you're using matching thread. I've sewn and covered it up, and with an iron press, this is what our visor cap is looking like. Next, we're going to fix our elastic, and I'm going to be using a 1 inch elastic band. The full length of our elastic casing is 11 inches. I decided to make my elastic band 7 inches and I left 1 inch of allowance, making it 8 inches. If you look at your head circumference and you feel like this is too big for you, you can definitely adjust it. At the end of the day, these measurements are subject to change. For the elastic casing, we're going to fold the front to meet each other and sew on it. Then we're going to turn it over. Our elastic casing has been turned over. Now is to pass the elastic through the elastic casing. So using my picker, I'm just going to put it through the elastic casing. So for this passing through of the elastic, what we want to do is we want both sides of the elastic to be on the two different ends. So using a pin, I'm going to hold one end of the elastic on the elastic casing so that it doesn't get lost. If what I'm saying is a bit confusing, please just watch and you understand it. Bringing out the other end of the elastic, and because the elastic is shorter than the casing, that's what's going to make the material gather. Next, I'm going to sew it on the machine and show you. Our elastic is secured, so now it's time to fix it on the cap. Placing the elastic on the front of the cap, we're just going to fold the two edges and we're going to sew on it. Then we're going to turn it over. This gives it a clean finish. So this is what it looks like, and next we're just going to turn it over. So this is the finished product. It has a very neat finish to it, if I do say so myself. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please make sure you like, share and subscribe. If you'd like to see other tutorials, other cap tutorials, please make sure you drop it in the comment section. I have a tutorial on how to sew a bucket hat, so make sure you check that out. I have a new series coming up on my channel in the year 2025. Make sure you stay tuned for the release date. You're definitely going to love it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.